All right, so I lived in New York City for since 1993, and I've been there until 2019 of this year. So, living in that state, you obviously I grew up with tons of different people from all sorts of incomes and backgrounds, religious and religions. So it's an incredible learning experience because you get to know. You don't have to really. I mean, you get a little taste of what's out there, you know, of the cultures that are out there. So that was, obviously that was a good thing that I got to experience because I grew up with Asians. I grew up with black people, with a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Indians, a lot of or Hindus. Sorry for being culturally inappropriate or whatever. Filipinos, some European people. So you get just a huge chunk of different cultures that you're being exposed to that are brought over to New York by other people. So from that aspect, I can look at it from a good positive point of view. Now, why is it that I left New York City? I can tell you a bunch of many things. I don't want to sound negative, but it's just not for me anymore. I think that I can live a better life somewhere else. Where that's up to me. I'll figure that out, right? But it's just besides the fact that New York City right now, it's incredibly obsessed with politics. Everybody there is obsessed with politics. You know, Orange Man bad. Everybody's obsessed with people they don't like, which is this doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I've done it to myself when I was younger. Some people I didn't like, I would like, I like, but then you realize that like, okay, is this if this is going to be continue to be like this for a long time, and New York City has recently been getting involved incredibly obsessively. I'm talking about the people, by the way, the people like New Yorkers, obsessively involved in politics ever like mid 2015, going into the 2016 year. You know what I'm talking about. I can't mention it now. Orange Man bad, So it's just obsessively into politics, and it's to me it's just a toxic background. I can't take it anymore. All that media, everything about the media that's in New York City is all of it is negative. If you don't agree with us, then you're probably a racist, or you're probably you're this or you're that. So you got that. You have also taxes. You will get taxed to the limit, and if you're single, no children, you are fresh meat to be taxed. You are fresh. Oof, oof. They're gonna take it out of your. Oh man, and it doesn't matter if you're full time, part time, or on call. You will get taxed the same rate if you're full time, part time, on call, single, no kids. Oof, yeah, you're fresh. You're good to go. They're just gonna take it all out, right? You're talking about anywhere between 29 to 31%. That's how much you will be taxed. Okay, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Now, the only good thing about that is that it will shape you. It will put you in a, you know, you will be more grounded but because of that. So you're gonna be like, okay, if I'm making $100 a week, if I'm making $100 every paycheck, I'm gonna keep $67. So now I have to know how to, make more, or what to do with this. So it will help you in terms of your finances. If you're a smart person and you think about financial security, you're more about secure. You want to sleep better rather than just doing this, doing that, throwing it all. I'm not like that. I used to be when I was younger, but I'm not like that anymore. So I'm more like I just wanna I want to make money. I want to make more money, and I also want to be financially secure in the future. I would love to be financially secure right now. So those all that together, is and the weather sucks. When it gets cold, it gets really cold. You can't do anything. You can't go out. Um businesses really have to be I'm sorry, the weather really has to be incredibly like bad for you to for businesses to close down. So like if we get 6 feet of snow, some businesses will be shut down. But if you get a foot of snow, a foot and a half, no, you're going to work. But you go to work, buddy. Don't matter. Boss is still gonna be like, you're still coming in, right? Come on, you're so reliable. That's another thing. If you're too reliable, if you're too much of a good employee or good at what you do, it will it will intimidate some people. It might intimidate your higher ups. It might intimidate your coworkers, and they're gonna look for a way to take you out. So it's you have to look at all directions because everything is coming at you all at once, and you have to be like dodging bullets. So in that sense, New York has made me a more efficient visionary of where I want my life to be in the next couple of years, right? So what made me move to Texas? I don't really know. I honestly, it's the fact that Texas is huge, it's gigantic, and it's a growing state because people are coming into it because there's so many, it's just so much land everywhere, right? I've been here since June 19th, 2019, and I've seen construction everywhere I turn. Now, the thing with construction and you feeling it, the construction. Oh, more people are coming here, or businesses setting up shop, and you're they're your competition, and you're feeling that competition monetarily. I don't think so because the land is just so damn big, and everybody's so far away from each other. That's a negative, but that's okay because if you own a gym, or if you have the startup capital to you want to build a fitness type of a fitness type of business in somewhere in Dallas Fort Worth area, or somewhere in Texas, obviously, right? Your competition is probably going to be like 30 miles away from you, or 40 miles, or 25 miles. In New York, it's totally different. Everybody's just like right there, and everybody's trying to be like, like trying to get at each other, right? So here, it's totally different because land is just it's just so everything's so spread out. So you really don't feel when people are coming in here, trust me, but you don't feel it. You don't feel it. You have to actually run into them. You have to run into them and like, hey, how's it going? You're from here? Oh, I'm from California, or I'm from New York, or I'm from Idaho, stuff like that. So that's that. In that sense, I love Texas. I think Texas it's really it's embraced me. The people here have given me such a chance to, set up a secure life to I get a full time job. I love my full time job. I'm also looking to see how I can make extra money because I don't know, just the person in me. I just want to make more. Always find a way. So yeah, that's and every time since the whole time I was living in New York, I was always thinking like, oh man, I felt so like I felt like I was in a cage. I felt like, oh man, this is horrible. All these people here right near me, some guy breathing on me, some girl with her freaking hair full of hairspray going like this. I'm like getting, oh my god. You feel like a hamster in a cage, right? And I tortured myself by looking at YouTube videos. Oh, life in Texas, what to do in Fort Worth, what to do in Dallas. Oh, and that was just torture. Looking at those really cool videos, people having fun with their families and all that, and I'm in like 10 degree, 10 degrees Fahrenheit in a really cold train with no heat, couple bums. Right? That's just the worst. Okay, but what I was always grateful for, I always had a job. I was always very financially aware of where to put my money, where to save my money. Obviously, give myself my time also to enjoy things. Not extravagantly, but just buy myself some sneakers, clothes, maybe some video games, stuff like that. Things like that. Would obviously like satisfy my need of entertainment. I didn't do it. I didn't just go off the wall, but it was, you know, I was really good at knowing how to spend money and where to spend it, because I always put financial security before everything else, right? So that was one of the big reasons of that. Really did having that mindset really helped me in getting out and leaving, because trust me, it can be a little expensive, especially if you have a lot of stuff you want to move, right? You have to take, book a flight. You also want to check out the place before you actually move to it, so you have to, take a vacation. You have to book a hotel, get a flight. You have to set aside money for traveling expenses, rent a car. You want to go here, you want to go see there. So now, you get an idea of what it's like, not an entire idea, but part of an idea. And then you come back, and then I'm like, okay, maybe after a couple, 2 3 months, peace. And that's what I did. And then that's when the real money, you gotta find. Not only do you have to look for a job, you also have to look for a gated community, or a community where you can rent an apartment. And you have to put down payment. You have to go through credit checks. You have to go through all these things. So you have to have money and time for that, and a lot of patience. So that's what I did, and I ended up here, and it's great. And pretty soon, now my next step is looking to buy a home. So in all of that, and just I'm going back to everything. I'm really grateful that I'm here. I love the state. I love the economy here. People got money. You might not, you don't see it, but you can. Well, you kind of see it because there's just construction everywhere, and it's just people don't really like. They're not like really that flashy here as they are in New York. They're a little bit more humble from what I've seen. So I mean, there's just a lot of money here. I'll tell you, there's just a lot of money, a lot of transactions. Uh, Everything looks really pretty. Like corporations, they have, the front of the front of businesses. They're all very pretty, and they always look really presentable. Everything looks really presentable here in comparison to some businesses up in New York. They only look presentable when they're having like events, or meet, or other clients are coming to check out their business, and that's when they clean up the street. That's when they have the cops out there, or they have the people cleaning up everything. Everybody's got to look pretty. But here, everything looks pretty every goddamn day. So that's it. Just it helps. It helps because the atmosphere, everything is well maintained. Everything looks pretty. Everything looks functional. So you want to be like that too, right? So it looks. My experience in Texas, in the Dallas Fort Worth area so far, has been very positive, and it's for me it's so unbelievable. Like it takes time. It takes time for me to digest good news. Ever since I've been here, I've been getting a hell of a lot of good news. Good news. This I can do. This I can do that. I can invest in this. Oh, what if? Oh, this home over here looks cheap. I can. Oh, really? Cool. It's nothing but good news, and for me, it's just so incredibly, like, it's hard for me to accept good news. That's where I come from. It's hard for me to accept good news because I'm so used to adversity, to difficulties, to problems, to situations. I'm used to that, but that shaped me into a strong person that I can handle difficult situations when they come. So when I'm here, it's like, oh, cool, thanks, wow, cool, great, I get this, I can get that. Wow, you guys have this here in my job. Oh wow, everything is really positive, and it sometimes for me it's a problem to digest it, and I need to discipline myself. Hey, just take it as it is, enjoy it, because it's here for you. You've earned it coming here, so now take it, right? Enjoy. That's what I need to learn how to do, and that's what I'm currently going through right now. Trying to make myself accept the positive things because they're good. Everything here is my life. It's really good, and I really love it. So that is pretty much so far about everything. Me from being in New York and coming over here to the Dallas Fort Worth area. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below about anything. Feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks.